Hey guys, this is my 2013 Nissan GTR. I've owned it for a few years now and it's been quite an experience. My first introduction to the Nissan GTR was from Gran Turismo 1 and it became my dream car. Unfortunately, we couldn't buy them here in the States. Fast forward to 2008 and the R35 GTR was released and sold worldwide. Unfortunate for that too, as they were way above what I could afford. I could only dream, right? I continued working and moving up the ladder and also moved on to work for competitor companies. At this point, I was just working, saving, and enjoying adventures here and there. Years later, I came across an article on the GTR which had evolved since its introduction. I was reminded again of my dream car. Fortunately this time around, I had just received a $200,000 bonus at the company I worked for and was able to cash out the GTR. I'm just kidding. I wasn't that lucky. My curiosity got the best of me that night, and I decided to figure out what the used market prices were. I then started looking at interest rates and played with purchase price and loan calculators to see what I can comfortably afford without living in my car and eating cup of noodles for the rest of my life. Some things to consider. Never buy a brand new car as the depreciation is drastic and you can save a lot of money. There are deals out there. It's all about timing. It's also a great idea to buy from a dealer and have a peace of mind. Back to the story. Now I wanted to know if I could qualify for a large loan and proceeded to check my credit score to see if I can get the best interest rate. Don't get a loan until you see your credit score. You may receive a higher rate than you should. A good credit score is your leverage. I applied for a loan with multiple banks for the best offer. You can also get an idea on what interest rate range you fall into by doing this. It's not about loyalty to a specific bank. They are in the business to make money, and you're trying to reduce your expenses. I also had to consider what was on the market at that price range. My other options were between a C6 Corvette Z06 and a 997.2 Porsche 911 Turbo. I made a list of pros and cons and then went to see them at the dealership. The Z06 was eliminated because of the cheap looking interior, two-seater, and after much thought, I already own a 240SX LS1, so it'd be very similar in characteristics. Next, I went to check out a 911 Turbo. I was looking forward to it being mid-engine and having a back seat. To find out, there was not much of a back seat, nor trunk space. Performance parts were quite expensive after doing some research, and working on the car may require a lift and dropping the engine. So it was down to my first option after going through that exercise, and I went to the Nissan dealership. After seeing the GTR in person, it just felt right. I was actually looking at getting a jet black one, but had a bad experience at the dealership, so I went to the next one. They only had a gunmetal gray, and I wasn't too particular with that color as I've only seen it on the internet, but when I saw it in person, it actually looked very nice. You're able to see all the contours of the car and the different shades of gunmetal depending on where the light hits. The wheels also match the car perfectly. Now here I am, living my dream. It's surreal at times when I go into my garage and the GTR is there. The performance is so subtle, yet the numbers say otherwise. It's something you have to experience to understand. Hope you enjoyed watching my dream car story. I'll see you in the next video.